Hello SGDQ and welcome to Ring Fit Adventure Beat World 1 Intensity 30 Restricted. So I know that category is a mouthful. We're going to go ahead and take a bit of time to go over exactly what that category means. So Beat World 1 is a little bit self-explanatory. Ring Fit Adventure is a fairly long game. The any percent world record is about 11.5 hours. We're just going to be doing the first world, which is enough of a workout in its own. Intensity 30 refers to the difficulty. This is on a scale between 1 to 30. So this is going at the maximum difficulty, which influences how many reps you have to do for any of your exercises. Then we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of calibration. There is the RingCon calibration, which I am holding in my hand. There are rules for how the RingCon is supposed to be calibrated, and for Intensity 30, you have to go all the way to 100 for both pushing and pulling. Then after this is going to be the leg strap calibration. There is a leg strap that determines how you are running. You will not see this on me because light can sometimes affect how the motion sensor reacts to it. So I have it under my shorts in order to keep light to a minimum. So we've got leg strap settings here. The definition for how the leaderboards want you to do your leg strap calibration is basically just keep up pace with the little character on the left named Tip. So you start with a little bit of light jogging, and then we go ahead and go to quick jogging. And I'm very careful not to lift my knees very high while doing this, because doing high knees is going to be worth a lot of extra experience later. And so I want to keep my knees as low as possible while doing the calibration as well. One last thing before we get started on the run is we show off the rest of the settings. The restricted category refers to both doing all of the exercises as intended and also not having any of the assist modes on. If you happen to be someone who needs an assist in order to be able to play this game, that's still great for casual play. Or there's the unrestricted category, which allows you to turn on any of the assists that you would like in order to still be able to speedrun the game at whatever your own pace is. But yeah, so we've gone ahead and shown all the settings. So now we are going to be able to start the run. So the game starts with a 6.5-minute cutscene that you have to interact with. So time actually doesn't start until you've gotten to this screen, which is after that cutscene. And then time is on first movement on the map. And with that, we're ready to count down. We'll go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm going to be doing a bit of an intense workout here for this first level, so I will let Fu take over the commentary for a little while from here.
Hello, it's me again. I'm so sorry, I'm still here. Okay, so something interesting that happens right away, and a thing that you can do, and a lot of people don't realize this casually, is that you can skip. There's always like a little intro where your character does a little warm up. And if you press the ring in kind of right away as that animation is starting, you can skip it. So you won't get to see that during this run. We're skipping right away. Now you're gonna see Verxl doing a combination of things. We have the ring presses and we have the high knees. Now that's why he calibrated the jogging, the light jogging with the knees down, because these ring presses and these high knees are each getting him experience with every single one. So throughout this level 1, which we're gonna be seeing twice in a row, he's gonna be doing a certain amount of both to try to get him the right XP so that he can hit a certain level by the time he's ready to go fight the boss of the first world, which is Drago, the dragon in like the onesie, which is great. So you can see like we're doing all the normal things, but just there's so much extra movement. And let me tell you, ring presses for this is a very, very difficult thing. Now, for a standard World 1 run without max intensity, you actually do a like stair skip, which is called reverse backwards long jump, which Verxl talked about in the interview. But you'll see that for the boss. Verxl actually did the stairs on purpose this time normally because it's going to help him get the XP that he needs for the level ups required. So there's like 3 gold coins in each stage that get you a lot of XP. So you could see he actually took a moment to vacuum up that coin instead of having to jump and touch it so that he could fall faster. And then at the same time, this is ridiculous. So Verxl is trying to get, and I'm not kidding about this, 600 ring presses in just this level 1 combo. 600 ring presses. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Victory pose. Wait, hang on, I was gonna do it. Yay!
So let's see how many I got.
And you can check your heartbeat
562,
there.
so that's okay.
So you'll do a few more in the redo, right?
Yeah.
To make sure you get that 600. Because again, we're trying to get to level 5 because once you get level 5, you unlock the front press, and it also gives you the ability, since you have more than the 4 moves that you can like slot in at first, you have the ability to then change out your moveset. And when that occurs, Verxl's gonna take away everything except chair pose, because chair pose is great, because yoga is great. But there's, you know, like the workout types in this game, for those who haven't played, is separated into legs, arms, abs, and yoga, which is funny. But overall, it helps you get like a whole well-rounded thing, and different worlds focus on different types of moves. So you'll see that there's more high knees, more ring presses here. And this is, I would say, potentially the most difficult part of the run here. Later on, once we actually start to like fight enemies and like have the boss come up, that'll be more like based on RNG and planning. This part is like the most physically intensive bit, as you can hear, as I'm sure, which is, it's very impressive for somebody who's like just done regular World 1. So like any regular World 1, World 2 categories, which are the most done, the most common. Yes, please cheer him on. You usually do it at the lowest intensity, right? Because then you have to do fewer things for more XP, more benefit. So we're doing regular stairs one more time. You're almost done, you got this. Make sure you have some water. We're almost there. Okay, so we just have this one more section. You can see the goal in the distance. This is why this game is so great, because if you're somebody who doesn't like to work out, but you love having little goals, this is why like it's a workout RPG. It's great. You literally have turn-based battles. You have all of these things you can see that you know get you experience and help you level up, unlock things, and you feel like you literally improve as your character improves, and you can see the goals ahead of you. So it's really, really nice. It's a great casual experience, and very interesting as a speed run. Very nice.
A little bit short there, so I'll need a little bit of extra experience. I'll just grind that out real quick.
So don't worry, because you get experience as you go through the levels. So as he's going through this next level, he will hit level 5 towards the beginning of this level. It's not going to happen. You don't have to wait till the end of the level to get it. You just have to like hit certain requirements to like get that experience. Usually by collecting like coins or other things.
Let's see if that is enough. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. Awesome. Here's our front press, so now he's going to be changing out the fit skills. You're doing great. Get some water if you need it.
Coming up soon.
In this level, you can see again, swap to the, or skip to the very beginning, like intro stretchy bit by pressing in the ring. There you go, swapped out. Now we only have chair pose activated, which is also different than a typical World 1 or World 2 run, because you usually keep all poses and you just do whatever's first available. Okay, so we're moving and grooving. We're gonna have our first enemy coming up. I've been told that is known as the water break, and you'll see why. So you have different things that you do with the ring. You can vacuum things in, you can press air out. If you press it down and you blast air down, you jump, right? So here's our first enemy. These are required until you get a double jump later in the game. Then you can jump over them if you need to. But this is water break because Ring's like, I have to tell you all about this monster. Let me tell you how it works. Let me tell you how your fit skills work, etc. So Verxl has like a moment of downtime, which is really nice because you don't get that very much in this run. And you can see again, it's all tutorial. So the thing about your fit skills in this game is that they have cooldown times. Okay, this is really cool. So you have a couple things about your skills. So you have Okay, I'm just gonna focus on what's happening now. You can see it's starting to like charge every time he's moving. And you'll see, like, there's like a couple of frames where the hair gets like really, really bright, like it turns like into full fire. And that's when you hit like the max amount of, I guess, damage you could do, or the max amount of points you can do to the enemy. So he's trying to get really, really close to like hitting right when it goes in from that like good amount of damage to the great amount of damage. And I like am not seeing the hair change very often, so you're getting it like right as it's changing, which is very impressive. That's like a, you know, you have to like guess on that like frame. To swap. Then the enemies attack and you can guard against them. They will come at you and you have to like calibrate with the ring press into your abs, but for the most part, for most runs, there's very few times when you're actually gonna guard. Because we're at the highest intensity, by the time Verxl gets to the actual boss at the end of World 1, he is gonna be guarding because this is a lot stronger, and we're at max intensity and not trying to get like a bunch of hearts, no healing, etc.
So a brief thing that happened there was that the enemy got a second turn. That's because there's a cooldown on the skills that you use.
Thank you. That was the thing I was starting to talk about and then got distracted. Yeah, so moves have cooldown times. They usually take 1 to 3 even turns to like recharge. And because chair pose is the only pose that he has on his fit skills, it's like a forced double turn for enemies. So that's gonna happen for any other fights that occur. But fortunately, this world is only like 3 levels, so it'll be fine.
And fortunately, there's a full heal before the next fight.
Yes. Oh, that was so good. Okay, so listen, I know that was small, and you'll see a bigger, better version of it, but that stair skip, that is the reverse BLJ. It is a reverse backwards long jump, which happens when, so stairs try to slow you down on purpose, and you have to high knees to get up them as fast as possible, casually. But for the speed run, there is a way to keep your momentum when you jump and press air to like keep you hovering. And if you do it, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's exactly frame perfect, but it's very, very tight. Like I haven't been able to get it consistently.
I want to say it's about 3 frames.
Okay, 3 frames. Thank you. That was something I wasn't actually aware of. So 3 frames you have to, as like right in the landing, to jump again and keep that height. But you had like almost a perfect hover all the way up. Very, very, very hard to do. Like deceptively difficult.
So here's a nice little bit of positive RNG. This enemy can either attack you or it can be lazy. And if it's lazy, that saves about a second or so.
Yeah, because then they're not actually good. You don't have to ab guard or anything like that. It just sits there and is like, meh. So we see chair pose. Chair pose is also much stronger in general than some of the other poses in the game. Anything that has like less reps overall typically has a higher damage output.
So if I were to try and do this with any other exercise, like squats or overhead press, I would have to do 37 reps per attack when doing it on intensity 30. That's why we go ahead and do only the chair pose.
That's 16, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So much love. I love it. All right, so this one's just get to the end as fast as possible. At this point, it's like we don't need to worry about leveling up anymore.
Like you need to hit level 6.
Yes, but you don't want to hit level 7. That's right.
Yes.
So level 6 will give Verxl an extra heart, which is going to be really useful for Drago. And we hit level 6, so we are good to go.
You know what else might give you an extra heart? We officially reached $100,000!
I'm sorry, this run is not long. This run is not long, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have more I can talk about. Can we, while we're doing this, can you give us another donation or 2?
Oh, I would love to. There's so much love is coming in for this run. Let's kick it off.
Just one more donation.
One more, specifically Ring Fit Dad here with $30. This donation is $10 each for each of my 3 sons who are huge Ring Fit fans. Can anyone top my 6-year-old's level 565 character in Ring Fit? Incredible.
Okay, so just real quick, that is an example of how difficult the skip it. So you could see Verxl got it initially, but then got caught on a stair. And again, you have such a small window.
It
Otherwise,
takes about 12 seconds overall. Even that one jump probably saves about 2 or 3 seconds
Yes.
on its own.
you can see how much slower it is. If you fail it once, there's no recovery. That's the unfortunate thing, especially with like stairs this big. And you tend to have like long stair sections like that in some of the instances you're coming up to Drago here. So we'll talk about Drago for a bit, and then we'll probably have time for like another donation or two, which would be cool. But here's the big boy.
So this is the boss fight. It is very dangerous because the game does not intend for you to give the boss double turns.
Yes.
There's also a little bit of RNG. He is one of 2 patterns he can do between the 8 attacks he gets to do at me.
Yeah. So Verxl will have to watch out between like turn 3 and 4 to see if he attacks or not, right? Or like which attack pattern he's doing, and then you'll be able to determine what to do.
Yes.
Cool.
The short version is if he's attacking me twice in 1 turn, then I need to fully block the attack.
I know, he beefy. Let's get a quick donation.
A quick donation you shall have. Here is a $4,000 donation from
Whoa.
Anonymous that says 100K hype!
Whoa! That was a good donation. Okay, one more quick one.
One more quick one. Here is $45 from, is this Drago? It says, even the big bad of Ring Fit Adventure knows to donate to MSF.
So before we mention when fighting the small enemies, you have to hold up the block or else it's going to ask you to hold it up. Against this boss, I'm going to hold it up, wait till he starts to attack, let go of it, but then bring it up right at the end in order to try and minimize how long it's blocking. The exception is anytime that he is throwing 2 attacks, I need to fully block them.
Yeah.
And if everything goes right, I should end this fight at exactly 1/4 heart.
So usually he likes to skip every other turn, and he'll be like, oh, he's working out. So it's just like a relaxing turn for Drago. But yes, yeah, in a normal World 1, you would just kind of not guard at all. But especially with this intensity, yeah, you need to guard to an extent because you're only getting to attack him for every 2 attacks that he does.
And we can throw it over for some more donations
Yeah,
while we
that's what I was gonna
continue
say.
this fight.
Alrighty, then here is $50 from the Sound Defense. Question for the Ring Fit runner. How do you speedrun this game if you need to rest for 2 days after playing it? Or is that just me?
You gotta work up that endurance. It comes slowly but surely.
You know what'll help? Playing this game.
You get your consistency, and eventually you're able to at least do it on a daily basis.
Yeah, so this is a double attack. You can see, fortunately, they give you like, you'll see the separated bars coming in at the bottom.
And you can see how long it takes to fully block an attack,
Yeah.
which is why most of the time we're trying not to do that.
Right. And this is why that extra heart is really important as well. You're gonna hear Ring go, careful, you don't have many hearts left. Or you would, in English.
So, thing we didn't really mention, the game is currently in masculine Chinese for the language.
Okay.
That's because the text for Ring goes based off of how long it takes for him to finish his voice line. So when he finishes that voice line the fastest, it happens to be masculine Chinese. So that just is the fastest for any category for this game.
Sounds good. All right, we're over halfway through Drago. Hit us with a quick donation.
This is $30 from Rahenbo that says, Ring Fit Speedrun? I did that once. Got world record muscle pain in world record time. Can't wait to see the run. Hype!
Awesome.
And now here's where we have a little bit of RNG. So he's guaranteed to attack me here. It's gonna hurt a little bit. And then it's RNG whether he attacks me now, and I want him to attack me here.
You want an attack now.
So this is exactly what I wanted for the good RNG.
Because it's a 1 hit.
If he had skipped that turn, then he would do 2 on the next turn. Instead, he's gonna be lazy.
Awesome. Careful, you don't have many hearts left.
We're almost through the run.
Yes.
Then we can definitely squeeze in a few more donations here.
Alrighty, this is Lex with a $20 donation. Donating to see more Ring Fit Adventure. This game helped me on my fitness journey, and I can't wait to see Verxl smash it. Keep those knees high.
Let's get one more.
$25 here from Tack Regath that says, Ring Fit in my GDQ? It's more likely than you think.
And a thing I will mention is regarding time in the run. So at the end of each of these stages, there's been these little victory poses that I've had to do. Time is going to be when I have the text disappear for the final victory pose. And that'll happen after the next time I get to attack.
Yes. But it's after the fight itself, you have to run to the... No.
No, there's no
You don't
running.
run to the end of here. That's for mini bosses.
So a brief thing that I think we also glossed over, there's another animation where your character does a little fist pump and it says win after the end of every fight. That can also be skipped just by matching the ring. It's a little bit delayed on the Drago fight, but you'll definitely see that after this attack.
Nice. So time is coming up soon.
So here, after I finish this attack, I'm going to wait until he lowers his arms to the ground. Should be finishing him with this one.
Here we go.
And once he touches the ground, I mash, and it skips the win animation.
Oh.
And I hit level 7, that's a little unfortunate. That would kill a PB run. I did it by 92 experience, but we're good. And time.
Yes, please drink water. Oh my goodness.
And one last thing to do, of course, is check the heart rate. Now, a special thing I'm going to do for this run, whatever number this gives me, I'm going to make that donation. If you would like to match it, that's cool. If you would like to do just the tens and the ones digit, that's cool.
Or
if you
half
would
like
like
me.
to do half of it, if you'd like to do 10%, whatever you want to give to the charity is excellent.
Oh.
We'll try that one more time.
It's so this game is so clever.
162.
162! Oh my gosh!
So thank you, GDQ, for having me. Thank you for everyone for all your support getting this game added to the marathon. Shout outs to the Japanese restream. They have the world record holder for most of the Intensity 30 categories, Nawada, doing commentary there. Shout outs to the Japanese community in general. They really pushed this game to the next level. I am but a humble NA runner who is trying to make this game a little bit more well known.
Yes. Please go follow Verxl. And thank you so much for watching. That was awesome. You did great.
Audience, chat even. I hope you are all getting your stretches in alongside, because you know all of us hosts are going to be reminding you for the rest of the marathon. Anyways, thank you for all those amazing donations to pass us over $100,000 during that bonus game, and I want to give you all a very friendly reminder when you're putting those donations in. You can pick incentives for games like the Luigi's Mansion, any percent 2-player, 1 controller. Coming up, it's at deadline end of that game. We're at 3,500 to 5,000, so we're gonna get there, but just keep it in mind. Now, while we get tech set up in the background, we're gonna take a quick break here. We'll be back.
Yeah, this is Captain speaking. We are proceeding to that point. We are 25 miles away.
This is not camp, this is prison. We not go back because if we go back, it's a big problem.
Stop bombing hospital, stop bombing health workers, stop bombing patients.
Doctors Without Borders is a fantastic charity, and I'm so happy to be a part of this event with all of you amazing people raising money for their causes. Here is a $25 donation from MK. It says, so excited for Luigi's Mansion. I love the LM games, and I'm always excited to see them on the schedule. Here's a little gold for MSF. Let's hit that out of bounds bonus. Alrighty, and would you look at that? We do have an interview ready over on the other set. Spike Vegeta, do you care to take it away, my friend?